Moses joining us for sports. And of course, Lloydminster Bobcats back at practice, working hard after dropping 3 in a row.
You know, and it was all against teams that they're trying to catch and be like. The Spruce Grove Saints and the Camrose Kodiaks, both tops in their division. And things didn't go as planned as they gave up 8 goals in Spruce, getting blanked at home Friday night and losing in a shootout Saturday. And in that time, they've given up 18 power play opportunities, and it's a huge wake-up call for the Cats.
There's no doubt, right from being a wake-up call to an eye-opener to a report card kind of situation where you can really sit down and look at the results and say we got to get better. And to play with these guys in March and April, when that's the only teams that are going to be left, then we got to get better.
I think the feeling around the room is we definitely can. You know, it's definitely possible for us to do so. Just again, discipline was a big factor on the weekend, and I think it's a completely different game if we can control that.
Now, the Bonnyville Pontiacs were in action on Sunday, hoping to wrap up a 3-game southern road trip with a sweep, taking on the Olds Grizzlies. The Yaks just fell short in overtime. The Grizz win an 8-goal fest, 7-6. Dylan McCombie led the way with a pair of goals and an assist for Bonnyville. The Pontiacs will face the Bobcats on Wednesday. Now moving on to the midget AAAs in town, the Baker Hughes Bobcats were in tough, facing one of the province's top teams, the Edmonton Southside Athletic Club. And we'll pick things up in the third, where we're tied up at 2 apiece. It's James Hamlin who will find Ryan Anderson, who sneaks out in front to give the Southside a 3-2 lead. 3 minutes after that, SSAC on a power play. Devin Brooks' shot from the point gets redirected by Peter Tamares. The visitors up by a deuce. The Bobcats would respond. Edmonton turnover in the neutral zone. Logan Gainey says, "Thank you very much." He would score, pulling the home side within 1, but Baker Hughes can't level as it's Edmonton who adds another one late for a 5-3 final.
We got to work harder. We got to come to play 60 minutes. We've been taking a period off, and tonight our third period was our period off, and you're not going to win games in this league taking 20 minutes off.
The Holy Rosary Raiders' run to a provincial title received a boost in the most unfortunate of circumstances. In our next story, we share the Raiders' inspirational season, honoring a fallen teammate and friend.
Once a Raider, always a Raider, a mantra held closely by those who played for the Silver and Black. It was one 16-year-old Drew McEachern wanted to be a part of, even though his experience on the gridiron was limited.
Well, every practice we'd always hang out. He'd always be asking me some questions of what to do on DB. I just basically send him over to Liam because I have no clue. I'm a lineman, he'd just laugh at me.
In our preseason game against the Comp, he had tons of fun. He was running around, he was asking where to get subbed in when it wasn't his turn. And he was just having a great time.
The one play I remember the most is he was real close to intercepting a pass near the end of the game against St. Mary's, and I know the kids really cheered him on for that. You know, being his first football experience, it was nice to see him involved.
But on one fateful evening in August, all that changed.
Some tragic news out of Lloydminster. A teenage girl has died after a 2-vehicle collision on Highway 16. There were 5 people involved in total. The 2 people in the minivan came out with stable injuries, and the 3 youths in the car were taken to hospital in critical condition.
I got a text saying Drew was in an accident and I could barely walk.
We were calling people saying, you know, is this a joke? Are you kidding? And, you know, it was intense.
Drew was airlifted to the Stollery Children's Hospital in Edmonton. He was in a coma with severe head trauma. A month later, Drew was taken off life support.
Regardless if he's an athlete or a non-athlete, when you lose one of your members of your family, you know, school community, it's tough. We always tell kids, you have the talents to play and, you know, work hard for the kids who can't.
The Raiders never forgot about their brother, wearing green tape, the designated color for brain injuries, in honor. And it seemed like Drew never forgot about his family in the championship game.
We all thought, you know, if Drew was here, you know, what would he be saying, what would he be doing? And, you know, it just kind of pushed us up and got that extra little bit of flair that was going in the bottom of our guts.
That kicker didn't miss a field goal all year, and then he misses a field goal from 5 yards away. Drew had to have been with us that game. All games Drew's been with us, I strongly believe that.
The Raiders captured their first league title in 3 years and set their sights on a provincial crown, knowing that whatever happened, they will always have their 13th man wherever they go.
His name will always come up in a practice. It'll always come up in a game.
We wanted to win this. We just really wanted to win this. And we also wanted to win it for Drew McEachern.
You know, whether that's just us commemorating him or if that's him here in spirit with us and us just living on with his memory, then that's the way it is.